Hey YouTube, this is Tooty. This is a channel update. Welcome back one and all. Tooty here. It's Saturday. Nice and warm actually, relatively considering how bad it's been. And I've got some nice stuff to show you. Some very nice, some proper. I always say this, don't I? Want to talk about old proper, old school retro. Actually, nothing new. There's no sexual healing as yet. A few bits of bought have gone back. I may mention them, but I've noticed Rich King Retros on the CEX Roulette of Doom. I think I messaged him after one of his videos ages ago. He's buying like fill a PS2 titles for £1. It says get them for CEX, it's 10p each, man. So he's obviously now, taking a chance, taking a gamble. CEX Online. But anyway, that's Rich's channel. This is mine, and yeah, bit of a milestone. Not millstone, milestone. And I've got some actual nice bits, and two things I completely forgot about, and I must make a huge apology to Jay, Cybersnake7, because he sent me this. God, it must be a month ago, and I've not had it with. I had it with me, but not had it in the room. You'll see why in a minute. And I just have to apologise, mate. It completely went out of my mind. I can't remember what some trigger. I thought, shit, I haven't shown that. So this, some people might say, was that it? Big deal. This was because I could have had one of these if I'd attended a particular show, but I forewent it for like someone who's A, more close and B, probably more suitable to go. But there was one thing I probably wouldn't have minded, which was this, just because we use them at work, and now I can now wear it. Now it's been released and stuff. But it is the lanyard for the Nintendo. Shows it the wrong side for the Nintendo Switch. And Jay very kindly acquired one of these for me, and I'm guessing he's probably bought it, which is a completely mad bastard. But mate, I'm honestly really many huge thanks for this. Yeah, so I've been wearing this at work. I've even left the seal on at work. I don't care because I'm not going to snap it off anyway. But yeah, awesome, pal. Honestly. But yeah, so the fellow Switchites will appreciate that. Them bitter, twisted bastards won't. It's quite interesting, actually. I'm not going to bang on about the Switch because I know there'll be a lot of eye rolling and thumb down, and I don't give two fucks, to be honest. But quite interesting with the Switch. Yeah, it's had its problems, right? They all got their nuances and issues. Looking into it, I think the only real life person I know that's had a problem was Jimbo with the one dead pixel. But a lot of the stuff that's been touted and spouted would appear to have been pre-release units that they've dug out. But it's going to happen, I think I watched Jurassic Junkie Tom's video yesterday, the Friday night rant. Great, by the way. That's back, Tom. He's not I don't think he watches anyway, but if anyone does watch it, they'll know what I'm on about. Yeah, and I think Nintendo's attitude towards them being their dead pixel is probably wrong. So I'm guessing it's people that bought direct from Nintendo. Like he said, if you bought from Argos, just take it back to Argos. But yeah, touch wood and all that, I've been quite lucky. I've put a screen protector on, I mentioned that in the other vid. I'm loving it. I mean, I've only got Zelda, I don't care, that's enough at the minute. The trouble is, it's weird because I don't want too many games to be released because I haven't finished Zelda. I'm just still getting into it, So I don't want tons and tons of games released because I know that Mario Kart's out at the end of this month, next month. But I might not get it because it's to me it's like Mario Kart 8 with bells and whistles, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I might break. I don't know. But at the minute, I'm just enjoying Zelda. That's more than enough for me. Yeah, it might be a Zelda machine. I don't care. Absolutely loving it. And it's nice to see other people that sort of. I'm not going to get one. I'm going to wait. But Matt Solford Retro, I think I've seen he's bought one. They're great bits of kit, man. Honestly, and I did think that the sort of undock and docking thing was all gimmicky, but the daughter uses it. It is being used. It's being utilised in that aspect. So wonderful. Right. So the other thing, Actually, we'll just do this. Get this one out of the way. I bought this with something else. I think it was a daughter from a bookshop. It was £2, I think. One I haven't got. I thought, you know what, I'll just grab it. Grand Theft Auto 5 gameplay. Yeah, no big shakes, big excitement. But again, something else that I'd forgotten to mention. Along with this, so I got this from a charity shop. And again, this was before. This is a couple of weeks back now. And I happened to mention it to James, Sappy James, when we went to Doncaster. And I thought, shit, I haven't even shown that. And he was like, you bastard. And I didn't realise. I'll tell you the story. Let me have a slurp. Before I do that, anyway, I put this on because a few people are banging on about Bomberman, and apparently it's got some issues. The actual code, the game itself, with some of the Joy-Cons and the Pro Controls and stuff like that. But yeah, I was never interested in it, because why would you want anything else other than perfection, which is Saturn Bomberman? So yeah, it just, to me, Bomberman's Bomberman. I don't think you can. There's only so much you can do with it, and I knew that the one-player game wouldn't be much cop anyway. So anyway, that to one side. I know that Razzmatazz Raz. Who else was on about it? Jimbo, Monkey Spaz said it wasn't very good. I think Kevin Wolford. So a few people have basically pretty much said one-player games nigh on impossible to play anyway because of the issues with the controller, and multiplayer. It's Bomberman multiplayer. Right. So this item, the charity shop again. God, Bennett. If it's not a month, it's got to be longer than that. And they said, "Oh, I've got some odds and sods here if you're interested." I was like, "Yeah, I'll have a look." And she did say, "Oh, I've got." She said, "I think it's a Game Boy." I was like, "Definitely interested." And she showed me this little shoebox, about yay big, and there was obviously clearly loose carts in there. I think there was a charger thing. You know, like one of them batteries, them shitty battery. What do you call it? So you take the back off and put the battery in place. And then obviously the unit itself. So I didn't look at it too much. I just flipped it, eyeballed it, and said, "Yeah, I'll take that." Not sure I got to there. Do apologise. Anyway, box, Game Boy, charity shop, wasn't it? Yeah. So I looked at the item very briefly. I bought it with something else, I can't remember now. It wasn't expensive. She just wanted a shot of it, because they don't do electrics or electricals or whatever you call it. So I got home and I looked at it, and initially I did think it was fake. I thought it's a knockoff one, like a Chinese one. And I'll show you the carts first. And this is why I just thought it's just like you know, back in the day you sort of had like the Game Boy ones that looked, but with Tetris. It looked like a Game Boy, but really it was just Tetris playing with a tiny little screen. I just thought it was one of them, like a Chinese one with its own shitty cartridges. So first up was an original cart, but the labels have been torn off, which I think is Wario Land. Just about make out what it is. If anyone's interested in that, give me a shout, you can have it. It'll play. Then there's a load of these, well not a load, there's 3 of these. So this is Excited 21 in 1. Yeah, focus on that, not me. There you are. 32 in 1. And then the most weirdest thing, and I mentioned this to James, and he said, "Oh yeah, I remember seeing them back in the day." His mate had one, but not quite as elongated as this. So here you go, James. This is the variant I've got, which is a Super Game 15 in 1. So that would surely. I'm trying to get rid of my face. This camera's dead weird to work with. But yeah, it's a bit of a about twice the size of a normal cart. But it has got this little button on the top that you can press, and it switches the game. And then, you know, what it's all about essentially. It's just Game Boy. It's a Game Boy Light. Now it's not light as in L-I-T-E as in light. It's light as in L-I-G. L-I-G-H-T. Light. Game Boy Light. Have you got a Light Boy? It's it's been well loved. I'll tell you that much. But the back label's still intact and all there. On for squiz. So yeah, I didn't. Obviously, I've heard of a Game Boy Light, but I didn't realise it was basically like a pocket Game Boy. I've heard of it. I've never seen one. James said he was over in Japan and he never seen one. So when I told him I found one, you know, in my local town, he was like, "For fuck's sake!" So I do apologise, mate. But I didn't realise again. So they had this like battery back thing on it, but this was in the box, the actual battery cover, and I thought it was it doesn't look very good quality, and I thought it was you know, part of that, but it's not. I've looked at pictures online, and that's how they look. They've got these ridges on them. But yeah. Yes, it comes with a charger. That was right. That's right, because it's got the charger at the bottom there. And yeah, I mean, all you do, as it suggests, obligatory blow. You've got 3 settings. So you've got on, wait, and then you've got light. I bet it's not going to pick this up, is it? Come on, put a picture on your bugger. There you go, see it light up? Now I've turned it off, so yeah, so it kind of resets it, but you have it like on and then light, and it goes later. So they're quite cool actually. Just obviously the trouble is when you keep switching it, it kind of resets it. But you got to be in the dark to see it. But yeah. So I thought that was quite cool. Again, I forgot to show you guys. So. So that's staying, because it's quite unique, you know. It's got a little bit of wear to it, a few dinks in the silver and whatnot, you know. Well loved, well used, well played. All them bloody 15-in-1s. So that's a bit of Charity Shop. Look, Charity Shop today as well. This is quite nice. This is quite a nice little find. And to be honest, this shop been a bit barren of late. They switched managers, which actually has probably worked in my favour, because the manager before, she wasn't. I don't know, she's a bit weird. You get some people who go to charity shops, know what you mean. You get some managers really sound help you out, you know, this, that and the other, and then there's some that are just they're either completely rude, think that you're the lowest form of life on the planet and shit like that, and yeah, I can't abide people like that. So yeah, this particular shop anyway, that manager's gone. There's another lady in there. She's really nice. I chat to her and stuff, and she said to me, she said, "Oh, we've had some Game Boy stuff come in." I was like, "Oh, I'd be interested." So she went round, and I didn't know what it was. She didn't say what it was, so she come out with a little pile, and I could obviously just see in her hands what it was. I thought, actually, yeah, I'm interested in that for sure. Had a close look, make sure there's no corrosion in the battery compartment and all that kind of stuff. We had a bit of a chit chat about odds and sods, and yeah, I said, well, what do you think? She said, well, you tell me. You know, she was very dismissive, you know, very nonchalant. I said, about tennis, but yeah, fine. So, you know, to her, it's 10 quid in the till she wouldn't have had. Well, she probably would have had, but wouldn't have had. I don't know. So we got us a Game Boy Advance, and yeah, a couple of games, all in really good nick actually. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Not really a Tony Hawk's fan, I must admit. I know he was a little bit after my time. And then a very nice box, Tetris Worlds. Really nice. I do love a bit of and I do like this version of Tetris actually as well. They're all complete, all got the manuals, everything. I think Tony Hawk's, everything's still sealed. Sealed. Should we do seal? Now still sealed. Look, never been opened. Got no use for this. This is the sort of thing that I was referring to about the Game Boy Light, and you know, those that go to the car boots, etc. Excuse me. You always see these fucking things rather than the battery covers. It really pisses me off. But it's this like game power adapter, whatever. I suppose back in the day, as you were a kid, you couldn't give two shits. And as a parent, you probably thought this is a fucking godsend, save on the batteries and stuff. And it is. It's all in there. It's all you know. It's all been well looked after. I don't think it's hardly been used. So it's even got the replacement back cover as well. It just says game on it. It's quite nice, you know. That yeah, from that angle. And then the item in question, and quite a nice one to get, a limited edition Platinum Game Boy Advance. Really nice box wise. I mean, you've got the obligatory thumbing, but it's not ripped, no tears, it's just been thumbed quite heavily. I'll just show you. And the unit's really nice. I've put it in like a little, it didn't have the baggie. It's got all the manuals, all three of them. It didn't have the baggie, but I put it in another one just to keep it protected, because it is in really nice nick. Just a little cellophane jobby. But I don't think it's hardly been used. It's probably been used to play Tetris, and that's probably about it. It's got a little bit of dirt just there. Get rid of that. Sad and Bomberman, that's all I can hear. Everyone's going to get pissed off. Use this camera. Yeah. Obviously, still got the back on it as well, and battery capacity. So a really nice example. Really, I'm not sure if Big E's got this one. I know he was after. He was doing all the game. I'm sure he's got this. He must have. I think he's got them all now. I lose track of. Was it the Game Boys he was after? I know that Quinny was after the Game Boys. Oh, he put the instructions in there. Quinny, Super Nintendo, Craig. I'm gonna call him Little Craig from now on. I haven't watched the video yet. I've got that. That's all. That's queued up for later on when I'm having my dinner. Yeah, he was collecting them as well. So I guess at some point they'll probably pass across on eBay after boxes and stuff. To be honest, guys, I probably ain't keeping that. I had a load of. I did have quite a lot actually. Box Game Boy Colors and stuff like that. But I weren't. I got the Retron. You know, they're nice to have, but you know, I've still got my original Game Boy Advance one, Glacial one that I bought. Probably I think on launch actually. So that's enough for me. So yeah, that's just funds from them will just go to buy other items. It's where we have to do it. Well, those less fortunate, and yeah, and there's probably a lot of people less fortunate than I am, and probably a lot more people more fortunate than me. Quick top up. So Craig Minks, I hope you're gasping for a beer now, pal. I forgot to mention that in the Doncaster vid. He sort of said about, oh actually there's something else I need to mention about Doncaster vid that I forgot, someone reminded me. But Minks said, yeah, every time I watch one of your videos I always watch. He's a bit like me. I think he has like a few things he's got to do, his errands he's got to run, and then on Sunday he chills out. Whereas on Saturday I chill out, and he says, yeah, I always put your video on, I always feel like a beer. But yeah, going back to Doncaster video, I did forget, but I mentioned it, but I didn't then come back to it. Gav reminded me from Team Chav. I did a trade with Chris, and again his video's already up there. I've got that bookmark to watch as well. So we did a bit of a trade. He was after, was he after or did I think I more prompted it rather than the last vid. The Four Swords box. So we did a bit of a trade. He fired me over some plug and play devices, which is what he had a pile of stuff that was his duplicates, and I looked at it and I thought, well, you know, to be honest, if I take them plug and play things, I can spin them out. I'll get my money back on the box Zara thing. Chris ain't got to do a great deal. He'll be happy, so everyone's a winner chicken dinner, and that's what we did. But we had a bit of a laugh and giggle because Chris was trying to fob off CX vouchers on everybody. And to be honest, it's not a bad idea. I think Sore Thumbs took them, but I would have had them. But obviously, Chris's discounts suck, man. He's a typical buyer. Wants to take and never wants to give. But yeah, but I would have probably had them given the right deal. For all its faults and all the annoyances, CX I think definitely has a place. Just for me anyway, and it's been very fruitful. Anyway, right.